I'm Bishop Darrell Watkins, and let's queer up politics. Lincoln Project co-founder Rick Wilson calls MAGA a rotting carcass. A prominent conservative strategist is making waves with a blistering critique of the MAGA movement. Rick Wilson, author, political consultant, and co-founder of the Lincoln Project, argues that the culture war has already been lost by Trump's base. In a blog post tied to Super Bowl weekend, Wilson described what he called, quote, the rotting carcass of the MAGA era, its shrieking insecurities, its pathetic resentments, its festering hatreds, and that distinct metallic tang of panic rising in the back of its throat behind the soft wattle, end quote. While acknowledging what he called a terrifying moment, Wilson wrote that the evil men at the heart of this evil movement are not invincible. He said, quote, fascism wants to scare you into silence. But sometimes fascism trips on its own lies and absurdities and pratfalls onto its sneering face, end quote. Wilson also targeted Republican redistricting efforts, arguing that they are backfiring as Hispanic voters shift. He concluded that MAGA is a, quote, shrinking, shrieking rump of the American experiment, end quote.
Wow.
Say what you want to. He's a good writer.
He's got a way with words.
Yes, he is a wordsmith for sure. And it does show you, though, like a lot of just the mean, hateful, selfish, violent, cruel stuff. That's not what conservatism is. They call themselves conservative, but Rick is a real conservative. And you can be conservative and liberal. We disagree on, about taxes maybe, or about how we take care of people. Not that you shouldn't take care of people, but how are we going to do it? That's, and then you can talk about it and then you make compromises and things happen. Well, that system is dead.
Yes. Right.
And it's because of this movement. Although this movement didn't come in tanks, we put them there. But at any case,
I did. Some people did.
The people who voted for them and the people who didn't vote at all, and possibly some illegal stuff that we can't prove. But anyway, that's not conservatism.
Right.
That is fascism. That is cruelty. That is evil. That is because when they say, well, we don't want the government to pay for this, but we also don't want other people to pay for it. Like, we're going to cut federal funding to these nonprofits, or we're going to penalize you if you serve these people. So what they're saying is, they're just people we don't think deserve to exist. That's not conservatism.
Right.
That's hatred.
That's dystopian.
And it's mean.
Yes.
Every week
Just
I say
mean.
the cruelty is the point.
It is the point.
The cruelty, and however, cutting HIV funding, cutting USAID, they were sending condoms to Africa. People said, well, why are you sending condoms to Africa? You're encouraging people to have sex. They said, no, what they're trying to do is they're trying to prevent the infection of new HIV cases in Africa. But they don't want that, because what they want is they want people that are not like them to
suffer
and to suffer.
And Wilson has been going after the orange malignancy for years.
Yes.
And I love
the title of his 2018 book is Everything Trump Touches Dies, which begs the question, when will he touch Russell Vought and Kevin Rudd?
Oh my goodness. It is, and people say, and these are silencing techniques. Well, because you're wearing this, so you shouldn't talk about politics. No. I shouldn't endorse a candidate, and I never have. I shouldn't make contributions to political parties, or at least I shouldn't let the church do that. Never have. But when I see a woman shot in the face, it's not political to say that's a terrible thing.
Right, exactly.
And so, or
it's human design.
Exactly. Or when I see people well, they'll have sex. Let them have sex. I have sex. You have sex. Sex is a good thing. I just hate that is a thing. Well, they're encouraging them to have sex. I don't think they need encouragement, but what they need to do is not die because of it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So,
did you see the MAGA people? They did a rendition, an AI rendition of Bad Bunny's halftime show. I was listening to an art historian commentator, and she said, these fascist people, they don't know how to make art, because when their art is solely focused on getting you to hate another person, it's not really art. No. It's not good
propaganda.
Art. It's propaganda, and it's dumb. And it's not dumb like, oh, you're so dumb. It's dumb because it doesn't hit enough of the emotional chords of what art is supposed to do. You know, it's a one-note Johnny. And when you're just, doing something, based on AI and you're trying to, make fun of a nuanced cultural phenomenon that happened with Bad Bunny, and you're going to, I didn't even watch it. I just saw some like still images of it. It was such a one note of hate, and it was so, there was no nuance to it. And it's all about, making the Obamas look as though they're, with the monkey thing, and
disgusting.
just, making political opponents look as though they're subhuman.
This is what I wonder about, though, is because it's true about fascists, and it's true about fascists who don't call themselves fascists, and it's true of fundamentalists. They are allergic to joy. I don't know what it is. They are allergic to joy. They won't have it. They can't be around it. And I wonder why that is. But when they want to control people, they also try to extinguish their joy. So
if I'm not happy, you're not going to be happy.
But
Why should you get
if
it?
mama ain't happy, nobody's happy.
I don't think they recognize that they're not happy. I think it's the way that they're systematically indoctrinated from the time that they're children in these mega churches, these evangelicals, these... I watch, one of my rabbit holes that I go down a lot is learning about different religions and cults and things. When you can't sleep at night, it's quite interesting to learn about.
Religion will help you relax.
Yeah, religion will help you relax. And I learn about these people, and the more that I see, they really do live in a black and white world, and I don't mean like it's right or wrong, although that's a part of it. It's really devoid of color. It's really devoid of joy.
And that's why I do what I do. Because you could oppose religion, and fair enough, or you could just ignore religion, and again, fair enough. But you also need, we learned this when we turned AIDS around, it takes combination therapies to get things under control. And so you also need people offering a counter narrative within the field or whatever.
Structure of religion.
And so, like, my way isn't the only way, but my way helps the other ways help, make things different.
I think what he's talking about here is that he's the perfect example. There are so many conservatives, real Republicans, that it's plain as day to them. They may have voted for him even the second time. But now
confuses me.
But now things are starting really to get worse. U.S. citizens are being dragged out of their home. Old man in his underwear in the freezing cold. You mean to tell me you couldn't wait 2 minutes for this old man to put some pants, some shoes, and a shirt on?
And everybody, if your foot is on American soil, you deserve due process.
Exactly.
The Constitution does. I teach U.S. history, and the Constitution does not say that citizens are entitled to the Bill of Rights. It's anybody that's in this country is entitled to the Bill of Rights. So when somebody says it's only for citizens, it's not.
What about humanity?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Well,
Let's talk about humanity.
That.
But just like they're allergic to joy, they are completely antagonistic to compassion, empathy, being a person.
Empathy is a dirty word.
Wasn't it Elon Musk who said, and I hate to say his name because it's very controversial, but Charlie Kirk said that one of the sins or one of the deficits or bad things that happened in America is empathy.
He did say it.
Empathy. So I think we should have more empathy in honor of Charlie Kirk because wherever he is now, he needs it.
Right.
Well, and I would like to at least convince myself that I am somewhat different than that. And so, I was sad that he was shot.
I was too.
I was also sad that people.
I wasn't surprised.
But I was also sad that then people wanted to canonize him when he had been a very mean person. It may have been performative, but it had the same impact in any case.
Right.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I feel that nobody deserves, I just want to be very clear about this.
No one.
It doesn't matter if you're the worst of the worst, neo-Nazi on the street or whatever. I might dislike you immensely. I might disagree with absolutely everything that you say, but nobody deserves to be murdered or shot or assassinated. And, my heart goes out to his family, his community of people, and I just hope that we can build a better world together. The religious people, the non-religious people, everybody can, come together and just know that, that is not the way to handle things.
So rotting carcass, yay or nay?
Yes.
Hell
Rotting
yes.
Carcass.
Oh, yeah.
And-
Let those worms and maggots.
And the eyes have it. There is no other queer nonprofit media platform like this in the entire world. Support our LGBTQ stories by sharing them and subscribing to Queer News Tonight.